What's up, Internet? Welcome back to Strange Antiquities. In the last episode, we beat the game, but we have gotten only one of what I'm assuming are many endings. Unfortunately, we got ending 2, which doesn't help contextualize how many endings there actually are in the game. Still a little bit under the weather, but we're powering through it. So here's my thing. I think what I want to do is go out of the epilogue, screw the epilogue. We're going to go back to Sunday and see if we can make a different choice. I think if we went with Barton, it automatically leads us down that path because of the choices we made. And that might even be the choice. So let's see if there's another... Okay, cool. So let's get ourselves back in business here. So first of all, let's get this room, right? Okay. So now this is gonna, as we said in the last episode, now it's gonna be us just kind of finding our way. Okay, so Eli. How to access the vault. Yes, we know that one. Okay, David. Oh, right. And then we should probably... We might have to be doing some of these last couple steps a couple times. This was the thing that I got very stuck on. Where to use the Babelia. Hit it. Okay. Wonderful. Okay. Okay, so Barton is here. Cool. I'm gonna skip whatever he just said, and now this is new stuff from here. So, it's time to end this. Now, bring the casket to the pit. Okay. Okay, so... Oh, shit. Wait, Fear in Autumn, Rising in Winter. Did I not do that one? I want to make sure I have all the options just so I'm not screwing that up. So... Let's explore again real quick. What is it? Fear in Autumn, Rising in Winter. Fears, right, that one, okay. Great, okay, cool. Alright, and let me just completely section out. We got this. Okay, so we're going to the pit, which is on the main map. It is this. The sun is low in the sky as we arrive at the pit, casting a warm light across the treetops and the open fields. A solitary raven cries out from the tree line, and I look to the skies, but they are empty. The pit itself is an ominous sight that the otherwise serene atmosphere can do nothing to diminish. It's a scorched black hole, perhaps 5 meters in diameter, that has an unnatural look to it. This is a site of thaumic convergence. It is no simple thing to destroy an object of this kind. We need to set up opposing powers at opposing compass points, strength and weakness, light and darkness. And finally, we need the light of Corchin to bind them. Okay, so, a pillar of Caloris, yada yada yada, strength and weakness, light and darkness. Align the opposing powers at the opposing compass points. So, we know one of them. So it's Fortinance and Witherance. So those are opposing, and then light and darkness. Let's see. I don't know. Darkness. Bridgic Charm? Light of Corchin is the bridge to all of them. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Pit. No, that just has darkness. Create. Okay, Tenebran Cloak is what we're looking for. Because it creates darkness. Yes. Okay, so Tenebran Cloak. I forget what it looks like. There it is. Okay. And we know this is our light of Damn, it's only been a day and I still don't... Light of Fortune. Still don't have it in my brain. These names are a lot. And there are a lot of them. I think there's probably about 60 or so. Okay, Light of Fortune, Tenebran Cloak, Witherance, Fortinance, and now I need the light one. So, I think I know which one it is, but let's just still check, because there's a couple of ones that have to do with light. No. This is also a light, but not exactly what it's looking for. That's not really the vibe. Light of Fortune, that's in the center. Sunbond. Yeah, it's gonna be the Sunbond. Alright, let's see what happens. Eli inspects my work. His face shows little emotion, but he seems satisfied. By now, the sun has finished setting, and only a hint of red afterglow remains in the darkening sky. The raven croaks his mournful cry once again, but this time there's a reply, and then another. I look up and see several dark shapes circling above. Quickly now, they're here. I spin round to follow Eli's gaze, and my pulse quickens as I look out across the field. A large group of shadowy figures is walking steadily towards us. We can't see their faces at this distance in the low light, but I'd be willing to bet that every one of them has pools of midnight for eyes. Ooh, I love that. In the sky above, the ravens continue to grow in number, and their caws and cries get louder and louder. I look down at the black object in my hands. Such a small thing, and yet its seductive power is impossible to ignore. It wants to be opened. Suddenly, it feels inevitable. The casket, now! But I'm not sure I want to give it to him. Ooh. What? You can make a choice here, too? Wow, that's wild. Okay. Alright, well, first of all, let's do the one where we do give it to him. Which you get by doing... Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. I forgot how you get it. I didn't put it on a shelf, right? No. It's like the anchor, the candle, and this one? No. Oh, and the witch, right? Wait. Yeah, okay. Anchor, candle, witch is what I'm looking for. And it's this one, and this one. Aha! Hello! Okay, leave. Alright. I think we give it to him to start, and then we'll... What does the Wixit cord do? What would I be doing if I gave him the Wixit cord instead? Or use the Wixit cord? Oh, we just freeze him? That's wild. Okay, let's try the normal route first. The wave of intoxicating power washes over me, but I hold strong against it. I hand over the casket, and together, we begin activating the items arranged around the pit. Working as fast as we can, it still takes longer than we'd like, and when I look up again, the Thaumaturge has fear in his eyes. We're too late. The mob is upon us. One of them grabs Eli and tries to wrestle the casket from his hands. I rush across to help him, but it's no use. They're all around us. The man tears the casket free and clatters it to the floor, skittering towards the edge of the pit, before coming to rest on the precipice. A gray-haired woman stoops to pick it up, and I'm surprised to find that I recognize her. It's Verona Green, the occult scholar. The mob cheers, but Verona turns towards me, and I'm no longer afraid. Her eyes are ringed with darkness, but they're not black. Back from the dead. She winks at me and throws the casket into the pit. At the same moment, Eli activates the Light of Fortune. Time stands still, and there is a rush and a roar as a swirling vortex of blue-green light races up out of the pit. The casket is sent up, soaring up into the night sky, where it seems to hang for a moment, turning slowly in the air until, with a shrieking, splintering crash, it shatters into 1,000 pieces. And then, there's nothing but smoke and the smell of ozone, and all is quiet. Yay! We destroyed it! It's been a few weeks since the casket was destroyed, but I'm still riding high on the elation and relief from that night. Everything seemed to come together right when it needed to, and somehow we avoided a terrible catastrophe. Those who were under the casket's spell were released almost immediately. They remember nothing from their ordeal, but there seems to be no lingering ill effects, and Dr. Robertson says they have all made a full recovery. It's rare for Eli to express much emotion, but he even congratulated me on my strength and resolve in the face of such darkness. He too felt the allure of the casket and was worried that it would overwhelm me. He told me with a hint of pride that I would make a fine thaumaturge. Yes! Okay, ending 1. Alright, so that is the alive, 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 alive. Glad everything turned out well, even if you did ignore his plan. You were insane. You died. Okay, so I have to maybe remedy this. Alive, alive. Insane. Alive, alive. Rescue. So this is pretty good. We did pretty well here. I don't know if the ending is necessarily even dependent on how many of those choices we've made. Is there like a best ending where everybody came out of it correctly? Alright, so clearly I'm now going to go back and do the bad ending there. Let's see what happens when I do that. So we're going back to Sunday. And I apologize, we're going to be doing some repeat stuff here, but I think the more times I do this, the faster it's going to get. So there's that one. I don't think I need the entries. I didn't need the entries when I first did it. Let's just keep taking customers. Well, let's keep taking the people through the door. And then I should remind myself... Actually, you know what? I should just pull this out now. Let's do... And... Witch's Finger. And it is 1, 2, 3, right? Yes. Very nice. Leave. Okay. So we're going to do everything exactly the same except put the Wixa chord in instead at the end. I don't know how many achievements do I have left at this point. 3. 3 achievements left. Okay. So there might be 3 more endings. I mean, I've gotten ending 1 and 2, so are there 3 more endings? Maybe, possibly. Let's see. I want to ring the bell again, actually, though. Eli asked me to bring the casket to the pits. Okay, so that is the end of that. So let's do this first. And then we'll try to figure out what else we need. Okay, so light a corchin in the middle. Sunbond on one side. Tenebran Cloak on the other. And Witherance on one. Fortnance on the other. Okay, and now Wixa chord. Right, it's the circle one. You are. Okay. I feel bad about this, but you know what? It's a bad ending. We're just trying to see it. I bring up the Wixa chord as the Thaumaturge realizes what's happening. He lunges at me, but he's too slow. His body stiffens and falls to the ground. Yeah, that's what you get for always abandoning me in this store. Now I know all the stuff. I'm surprisingly calm now that I've given in to the casket's dark power, but a raucous chorus of shrieks and cries breaks me from my reverie. The mob is upon me. As I look out on the manic faces baying for blood, my gaze lands on one that is calmer than the others. I'm surprised to find that I recognize her. It's Verona Green, the occult scholar. Wait, it is over. Do you feel it? She holds up her hand with the group and the group all comes to a stop, all staring at me with their lifeless black eyes. I look at her without really seeing. My mind is filled with one thought only. Slowly, savoring the moment, I reach down and open the clasp that holds the Nalian casket shut. The mob cheers, but I don't even notice. Time slows and the rushing roar of my own heartbeat fills my ears. But then something happens that drags me out of my trance. Suddenly, my body tenses, and with horror, I find that I cannot move. Verona appears in front of me holding the Wixa cord, and at once I notice what I missed before. Her eyes aren't black like the others. At the same time, the rest of the mob realize what she's doing, and they rush towards her, but she's anticipating this and moves quickly. She sprints over to the Thaumaturge's frozen body and pries the light of corchins from his stiff fingers. Without a hint of hesitation, she dives headfirst into the pit, and a handful of others blindly follow. Oh wow, she goes in. A moment that lasts an eternity goes by, and then, suddenly and terrifyingly, there's a rush and a roar, and a swirling vortex of blue-green light races up and out of the pit. There we go, it's the same text. In the weeks since the events at the pit, I've struggled to come to terms with my role in it all. Eli has been surprisingly understanding. He tells me that he too felt the allure of the casket, and he does not blame me for being unable to stand up to its power. But I cannot stay at Undermere. I toss and turn at night, unable to sleep. The town has taken Verona's death hard, and they understandably hold me accountable. If it were not for her, the casket would have been opened, and who knows what devastation would have been unleashed. The one that hurts the most is Dr. Robertson. She will not even talk to me after what happened. I can't say that I blame her, but that doesn't make the pain any easier to bear. My train to London leaves tomorrow. Oh, so London does exist in this world. That's interesting. I plan to leave Thaumaturge behind me and try to build a new life in the city. Ending 6? Oh, no. Okay. But that one I didn't get an achievement for that one. So it's only for good endings that I get an achievement for? So I have 3 more endings that have a notable thing. Right? I'm just checking my numbers on that one. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Weird. This, there's one that says, put the mask on Jupiter. Is that what I think it is? Let's just continue for a second. Put the mask on Jupiter. This one? Cute. Okay, so 2 endings that I need now. That's interesting. Okay, so... Shit. What do I do? I mean, I assume I have to go back. The thing I've been saying from the start is that I think I just have to make all the correct choices. I might just have to go from the start. Or at least from as far back as that first choice is. What I'm going to do now, though, I'm going to turn auto-labeling on. Because that'll make my life so much easier, make this go by faster. The other thing... Yeah, I don't know. Is like there another location? Is the Barton plan gonna work if I do something else? This is the kind of thing I don't know. What happens if I... Oh. This curious plant shop on the edge of town is a quiet haven away from the bustle of the center. Epilogue, Strange Horticulture. Ordinarily, I'd be delighted to while away some time in here, but I have important work to do. And yet, an hour later, I find myself leaving the shop with a potted palliance and a weight off my shoulders. I've been chatting with the proprietor about the similarities and differences between our 2 disciplines with a gently purring hellebore curled up in my lap. Cute. Oh! Oh, I got a plant. Sick. I'll put it with my other plants. I can't inspect it, so it's like the other plants. I can't really do anything with it. I guess that makes sense if it's a horticulture thing, because I couldn't do this in the last game, too. I don't remember that is called a palliance. It's been very long since I've played that original. I think I played the original game on, like, launch day. So, however long that was ago, that's when I played it. Okay, so from what I can see, without completely spoiling myself on it, I think I need to keep Audrey alive. Oh, cool. I didn't even realize... Like, I didn't fully clock... Yeah, so... Is it day 12 that I make this decision? I think maybe. Let's take a look at... Let's go back to day 12 and see if that's... Let's just, like, keep going backward in time. And see if that's the day where I can make a decision for her. Okay, here's Audrey. The people are afraid, and they're right to be, but it's too late for them. They're no use to us, but you might be. Prove yourself, and perhaps Holgar will deem you worth saving. I require an object to steady my restless congregation and remind them why I'm the one to lead us through this turbulent time. They respect strength and power above all else. Okay, so... We gave her Morgan's Folly. right? I gave her the... I gave her that. That's not what we should give. We should give her Fortinance. Okay. Cool. All right, well, that's the end of that day. I think we could just kind of, like, blaze through this now. I might cut ahead to see if there's... whenever the next moment of getting through this is. All right, guys, we're back. We're on day 15, and here's the next time I see Audrey. You've shown yourself to be a useful ally in these worrisome times. Keep one eye on the lake in the coming days. When blackened eyes seek the casket and waters turn to midnight, perform the sacrament and have faith in Holgar. Ooh, okay, new stuff. The sacrament is a baptism ceremony in which one's life is pledged to the warrior god Holgar. It's performed by a blood priest within a stone circle. In spring, a charm of green growth. In summer, okay, gotcha, a pendant of the yellow sun. In autumn, an instrument of the red night. In winter, a totem of blue fire. Got it. Okay. This might be another cut to the end here, but we'll hold on to that. All right, we're back. I have followed through with the Audrey thing, and now we are on our last day. I don't have to keep really doing this, but I might as well. I'm a perfectionist if nothing else. All right. So now, theoretically, Audrey should show up here on this day. Okay, so we get through David. Barton's gonna come, maybe, possibly. I feel like I made a different choice, maybe, but let's see. Eli again. Time to end this now. Bring the casket to the pit. But what if I don't do that? Okay. So... the sacrament is a baptism ceremony in which one's life is pledged to the warrior god Holgar. It's performed by a blood priest within a stone circle. Like this one. Is there something else? Oh, wait, there's a... It's a strange arrangement of rocks resembling the Stonehenge site, but on a smaller scale. Arranged with purpose, though, that's what purpose means. In history, the locals call it the eye. There's nothing else to see here. Okay. So let's try this one. Aha! As I approach the island in a small rowing boat, I notice a shrouded figure standing watching me from the shore, the priest. She is lit by flickering orange torchlight, which deepens the red of her cloak and makes her look taller and more threatening somehow. For a brief moment, the dim lighting and her dark eyeshadow makes me think that she is one of them. But the flame flickers across the whites of her eyes as I get closer and the moment passes. Welcome. Do you have the sacrament? I nod, and she helps steady the boat as I climb out. Together, we walk slowly up this beach in search of the bleak stones, a small ring made up of slabs of gray slate, the largest of which, the kingstone, is only waist height. It's not hard to find. Fear hits my gut as we get closer, and I see something I had not expected. Spread out around the perimeter of the stones are dozens of the priest's followers, standing motionless, their heads bowed. The casket will be opened, and when it is, we alone shall be spared Holgar's wrath. Her followers let out a cheer that is more of a bloodthirsty roar. The priest gestures towards the 4 stone plinths arranged in a semicircle in the center of the ring of slate. Arrange the sacrament while I prepare. Cool. Okay, so we didn't really actually do the legwork on this one. So, in spring, a charm of green growth, a pendant of the yellow sun. Okay, so pendant, that's summer. So let's put that one there. An instrument of the red night. Red night is this one. Right? Isn't that the weaving edge? That's what that one is. Enter the red night. Yep, okay. Sunbond we know. I don't know about the growth one. A totem of blue fire. No. Wait, which is the one you could see through it, couldn't you? The one that turns the... Yes. Okay, so that one is the winter one. We just need a charm of green growth. I'm gonna have to scroll through, I think. Methers, Ecumenical, Ambra, no. Vessel of the Earth, Breathe Underwater, Reading. What is that? I saw, I've seen the X's. Are there more? There's definitely another one. I've definitely seen another one. Light, Exmentic, Corvin's Might, no. Diverging Hook, no. No. Fortnance, Gaudian. This is Hearing. Holgan Grim. Horn Shackle. There's definitely one. I can't remember. No. Oh, look, another one. So that's what? The Babelia and the Orford Spire? Still can't see. Insanity. Oceanic Spirit. Sense danger. Oh! Okay, the Scythian Charm is what we're looking for, I think. Okay. Let me see if there are any other X's. There are. Thaumic Needle. Any other ones? No. Oh, okay, no. I jumped the gun. Okay, so first of all, Scythian Charm, which is something we did really early. Yes. Okay, we'll get back to the other thing. As I've been preparing the sacrament, the priest has built a small pyre of tightly packed wood about waist height next to the largest of the stones. I hear a raucous cry and then another and another. I join the congregation in looking up to see a swirling mass of black shapes, ravens. The priest produces a mask from within her cloak and places it over her face. The imposing atmosphere builds in intensity, and I take a deep breath to calm my pulse. Let us begin. Oh, she's wearing the Holgan Grim. As she says these words, the damp pyre erupts into flame. Whether by some trick or magic I couldn't say, but the priest with her torch is some distance away. Her dark eyes sparkle behind the pale mask. Great Holgar, I bring you life and light. I bring you spring and summer, autumn and winter, on this day of reckoning. A rhythmic chanting begins to sound across the circle. And now, the casket. Her eyes lock with mine, and I feel suddenly weak under her gaze. She reaches out a hand expectantly. How does she know I have the casket? The chanting dies and is replaced by odd whispers as the acolytes catch on. I flounder, not knowing what to do, but I decide the only thing I can do is to surrender to her power. Alright, so we know we need... This got a little turned around because of this, but I need the candle, right? Cool. And it's... I don't know if it changes. So I'm just gonna do it out of... just in case. One more. It does not. Okay, that's good to know. Hey, speedrunners, pay attention. Okay, that one's done. Okay, an alien casket. Leave. And here it comes. I kneel and offer up the alien casket to the priest. I've waited a long time for this moment. She takes the casket from me and places it reverentially atop the kingstone. As she turns to face me, I feel a sudden chill down my spine. She's holding the weaving edge. Holgar, I give this gift of life that is not mine to give. Cold fear grips me as I realize how naive I've been. She didn't bring me here to be saved by Holgar's protective embrace. She brought me here as a sacrifice. She advances calmly towards me with the blade held at her side, pale mask wet with rain and shining in the light from the pyre. The chanting rises in volume and intensity. I must act quickly. Do we get to stab her? Alright, so here's... Corvin's Might or Saint-Centric Thunder. What is either one of those going to do? Saint-Centric Thunder isn't that just the Thunder one? Yeah, we could like strike her down basically, or Corvin's Might, which I don't remember what it does. I know what it looks like, but Oh, interesting. Okay, there's kind of like two ways to take her down. I feel like Corvin's Might is more correct. I brandish the Corvin's Might, hoping that the threat would be enough to deter the priest, but she whirls towards me with her madness in her eyes, her red cloak swirling behind her like a wave of blood. She lunges at me faster than I'm ready for, and I barely manage to avoid the blade as her arm comes scything towards me. On her second attack, the weaving edge plunges into my shoulder, and I cry out in pain, but somehow I keep hold of the bloodstone totem in my other hand. With one last desperate act, I conjure Corvin's power and direct it right at the crazed priest. There's a bright flash, and I am sent reeling backwards. The priest crumples to the floor, dead. A cheer goes up around the circle, and I'm horrified to see an acolyte run forward and dip the weaving edge in the priest's blood. Ooh, interesting. So they don't care. I shudder to see their coldness laid bare. These people do not care who is sacrificed to save their skins, as long as it is not them. The acolyte takes the dripping red blade and plunges it into the casket, and the world goes black. Oh, okay, we got it. The casket has been opened. We fulfilled the sacrament and were spared, but with the priest dead, the spell had been broken, and the congregation has begun to splinter. I was never really one of them, but there are some who look to me for leadership now. They seem to think I am more dangerous than I really am. I shudder to think what will happen when they find out I am not. Holgar's wrath. Cursed, cursed, cursed. Insane, alive. Cursed, insane, alive, alive, alive. Interesting. Okay. Well, for shits and giggles, I feel like we should do the other... We should do the other version of that. We're here, right? We might as well do it. Let's go back, and hopefully it's saved close to that. Start. Okay, yes, it did. Great. Let's just speed through this, and then I will do the X's thing, and I think I have an idea of what that means. I wish there was a little bit of a better way to speed through this, but I don't really... There's not really, like... There's no other way I would really do it, other than just, like, jumping ahead, which would be weird. Okay, so... Oh, wait, I didn't even have to do that. What am I doing? Okay, here we go. So skip through this. Let's pull out the document again. Let's go with... So, the Scythian charm is spring. The sunbond is summer. I forget what this is called. The vestiger is the winter. And the knife is the autumn one. Great. Okay, and we get the alien casket by... Where is my witch's... Okay, so we got 1, we got 2, we got 3. Very nice. And if it's the same one, it should be this. Very good. We're just completely breaking reality. Okay, use the item. Very good. Okay, now let's use Cedric's Thunder. I bring out the small wooden box as the priest lunges towards me. There's no time to think, so I rip open the lid and let loose the power contained within. An almighty thunderclap erupts from the box in my hands, and a flash of bright white blinds me for a moment. When I recover, I see devastation before me. Thin white smoke and the smell of ozone fill the air. The kingstone is cracked in two, and a twisted body lays on the ground nearby. But to my horror, the priest is unharmed, standing next to the wreckage of the kingstone in her fallen acolyte. She whirls toward me with madness in her eyes, her red cloak swirling behind her like a wave of blood. I try to run, but strong arms grab me from behind, and I'm unable to move. Great Holgar, whose rage is endless, we offer you this blood of the sacrament to prove our devotion to you. Protect us from what is to come. The last thing I see in this world is the priest's exultant face, eyes wide behind the horned skull mask as she brings the knife sweeping down and plunging straight into my heart. No! The casket has been opened. The priest performed the sacrament with the blood of the sacrifice, and our congregation was spared. But they soon learned that Holgar's bloodlust was never sated, and he cared little for them. It is only a matter of time before they turn on their leader. My part in the story, such as it was, is over. In the end, I was led astray by the promises of a dangerous fanatic, and I've paid the price. Alright, not a good one. Cursed, 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 cursed. Alive, insane, alive, alive. Insane, alive, alive, alive. Okay, pretty similar fates for everybody. Very funny. Okay, cool. So, I don't even know, how many of those endings did we actually get then? Did we get... That was 2, 2... I think we got 5 endings, which I feel pretty good about. Okay, I'm going to quit out and go to a save where I've identified more objects, if I can. So let's see. Are these the same? Yeah, it's gonna be the same. Okay, whatever. That's fine. Okay, so now the book had 3 things marked with an X, which makes me think there's a point to that. Let's go Orford Spire. Thaumic Needle is the tall fucker, right? Where are you? Where is it? There it is. And then what was the last one? The Babelia, right? Yes! Oh. Okay. It's a little different, but I feel like it's definitely that. Oh! We finally did it! Okay, we finally have our time. So our time that we decided that time is... It should be 9:55 and 10 seconds. Oh shit. Okay, hold on, wait. Let's do this real quick. So 9. Oh no, that's this one. Okay, got it. So if this one is 9:55 and 50 seconds, the next one is 6 o'clock and 15 seconds. And then let's go just all the way to the one before the one we actually need. That one. And that is 3. $45. Oh, there might be one more. 3:45 and 0 seconds. The next one down would be, so it'd be 12:50 and 25 seconds. So we need the 50, the 12, and the 25. Yeah, baby, come on. What the shit is this? Okay. Oh my god, wait, it's like undulating. What the fuck is this? Okay. Symbology, please. It looks like it's okay, so it looks like it's the symbol for death. In a symbol, in a triangle symbol? What is that? I don't think I've seen this sigil before. Is it just that I have to? No, that's not gonna do it. Okay, so hold on. Let's put those things back because I need to keep them there. What was the last one? Thalmic needle, right? That would have been too easy. Okay, so what the fuck? Jupiter, give me a hint. Phosphorus. It almost looks like the symbol for fire in the symbol for death. What do I do with this? Is there anything that even bears close to that symbol? No, right? I would have recognized it, I think. I don't think anything even has had the omega alone on it, right? What does it want? What would it be asking for? It almost looks like veins. Well, actually, let me... I wonder what happens if I just put some things in. Right? So, what should I put in? Like, if I put in the 3 methers, which is kind of ridiculous, but let's just try that. Okay, literally nothing happens. Oh, fuck. Okay. This has to be the diverging hook. Let's not do that. Just casually helping customers while the craziest shit happens at the bottom of my store. Thalmic needle, and I need... Come on. Where is this one? Okay. So... I wasn't expecting, like, a late game what the fuck puzzle kind of thing. Is there something on the map, even? Okay, so first of all, let's get this guy out of the way. Thank you. Let's just check the map. Is there anything in Gleaston's castle that has this symbol? No, because I also would have recognized it if that was the case. Anything in here that has... Oh! Is there anything else that has that? Cool. The grave is old and worn. There was an inscription once, but it's too faded and crumbled to read. That's where we use the candle. Nice! The candle brings the past into focus, and I'm able to read the inscription on the tomb. Arthur Ambrose, 1412 to 1507, proprietor, Strange Antiquities. Beyond the veil in the dark beats the shop's forbidden heart. Okay, bring protection for thy mind against the horrors you might find. Take sweet breath to clear the tainted air. Stay wakeful, 'tis death to slumber there. The candle beyond the veil in the dark beats the shop's forbidden heart. Bring protection for thy mind. Okay, so mental protection. Maybe it's on the mind one. Abrasive Matter. No. No. No, probably not. No, definitely not that one. No. Protects against insanity. Okay, yeah, it's probably that one, which I have over here, right? Okay, so that's one. Beyond the veil in the dark beats the shop's forbidden heart. Bring protection for thy mind. Gives the horrors you might find. Take sweet breath to clear the tainted air. Is that... I don't think that's... No. The candle brings... Okay. Beyond the veil in the dark beats the shop's forbidden heart. Bring protection for thy mind against the horrors you might find. Take sweet breath to clear the tainted air. Stay wakeful. So... sleep. Okay, so sleep vessel maybe. That's not a bad idea either, right? Okay. Sweet breath. Sweet breath. Why does that sound familiar? What the fuck is sweet breath? I just replayed half the game to get to this point. I don't know why I can't. Let's put these back one more time. And then this one. Okay, it doesn't react in any way. I was hoping that it would give me at least a clue. It's not like a thing, is it? It's not a curse, that's for sure. So there's not that much stuff in here. It wouldn't be in here. Oh, wait. Isn't this... I don't remember, but there is a plant in horticulture called sweet breath. Maybe it's that one. That would be a crazy pull. And kind of unfair, to be honest, because if you didn't play the last game, that's a crazy ask, but... I mean, I'll try it. I can't... Oh my god. Whoa. Reach the heart of Strange Antiquities. Ew. It's an actual heart? I have entered the heart of the shop. I am a part of Strange Antiquities now. I flow with the thaumic energy of 1,000 years. I am at peace. Ending 9, the heart of the shop. I feel its rhythmic pulse. I'm enveloped in its warm embrace. Well, that's a slightly, like, existential version of an ending, but cool. That's for like the true sickos, in which I include myself. Yeah, all right. That is all the achievements, though. That's kind of wild. Wow, they expect you to do that. That's pretty nuts. I wonder if there's any other way in the game that it clues what sweet breath is. Does it ever say that? Maybe I just remember them saying it in this game. Oh, I don't know. Wow, that's tough. Okay, well, fair enough. That will do it, though, for the end of this playthrough. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you really enjoyed us identifying all these really cursed objects. We'll be right back with a new game very soon. If you like this playthrough and you like everything that we're all about, please subscribe and give a like to the video. It helps immensely. We're growing an amazing community of puzzle solvers and people who are just really excited about all the different new cool puzzle games coming out, and there are so many more coming out all the time. So I'm really happy to share those with you. If you want to see any of the other games that we've played on the channel, like Lorelei and the Laser Eyes and the Root Trees Are Dead, those are all on full playthrough playlists on the channel. You could check those out. But we'll be right back with a new game very soon. Thank you, everybody, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.